Hello, you are welcome to my life. Okay, I am going live on Facebook. Thanks to you according to your time. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I am greeting you according to your time. Today, I want for us to be talking about unrealistic beauty standards. I think you have seen that on the topic. So I have decided to talk about unrealistic beauty standards today. You are welcome to my life. You're welcome to my life. If you find me looking away from the camera for a bit, that's because there's another device I am streaming on another platform. I am streaming both on Facebook and on YouTube simultaneously. I just want for us to come and talk on something that is really trendy on the internet. Every day we get to see things like this on the internet, unrealistic beauty standards. I don't know. Women and their troubles, they are never satisfied with the way they look. When I begin to doubt, when I begin to ask questions, why are women not satisfied with the way they look? Today, I don't want to dwell on the reasons why they do all these unrealistic beauty standards, why they try to follow certain trends that don't make sense. I would rather be looking at the side effects, because on contemporary views, we always treat trending issues but take home that most people or most women or some women have already done certain kind of procedures and maybe facing some sort of aftermath, after effects. So we will be looking at some of those effects, but before then, we need to talk about what these beauty standards are. When you look at me, typically, I am African. I don't want to put in an excuse, because when I look at myself, I know that the weight that I have is not very good. It's not working for my own benefit. Yes, I mean health-wise. This means that as a normal-headed person, if I have the means to lose weight, let me not put it that way, I think I should be able to make myself lose some weight, because the weight that I have is not healthy. Now, what I want for us to do right now is to create like a base, a foundation of some of these things, these standards. Before now, it used to be just makeup. Women would want to use a couple of makeup products to look better. But as the days go by, they are now changing whatever they need to look better. Like I used myself from the beginning, that I think I am a little bit overweight, but even if I am a little bit overweight, I know that if I choose, welcome to my life, I know that if I choose to lose some weight, it is going to be beneficial for me. Now, this is on a personal level, but most women today, hello, Melvis, you're welcome to my life. Today I am discussing unrealistic beauty standards. I don't know what the women want to become. Maybe, what would I say? Like I was saying, yes, thank you so much. I'm doing great. I hope you two are doing great. Thank you for joining the live. Please share the live. Okay, so let's talk about unrealistic beauty standards. Like I was saying, nowadays many women have turned to surgeries and other cosmetic procedures just because they want to meet up to the standards. These standards, I don't know who made these standards, I don't know who placed these standards, but women of today try as much as possible to do everything to live up to these standards. Now, earlier I was saying that looking at myself, I think I am a bit overweight. But with the weight that I have, I know that if I want to, I can manage the weight. That is just for health reasons. Otherwise, I think I'm good. But some women don't see it that way. They feel that there is a particular standard they must meet to be good, to look beautiful according to them. At first, it used to be just makeup. Like me right now, I'm wearing makeup. So when I wear my makeup, I feel more confident. Even if I don't wear makeup, I still feel confident. But some women can't do or can't go without the makeup. So now the point here is some standards, some beauty standards that have been made. I don't know what they plan to achieve with such standards. I don't know what they plan to achieve, but I think that it is plaguing our world of today. Now, BBL, for instance. Hello, you're welcome to my live. Teacher, you're welcome to my live. Please share the live when you join. Okay. When BBL, for instance, I'm doing fine. Thank you for joining the live. Please share. Okay, I was talking about unrealistic beauty standards among women. Okay, naturally, as an African, we are normally big due to the kind of food we eat, but it looks like some women do not appreciate the very big sizes. So this now has become a trend. They now tend to go to the surgeries just to look much better than how they are looking like right now. Okay, like I always tell you, on Contemporary Views, we discuss trending topics, but go home with lessons. So I will be dwelling on some of the consequences of these beauty standards. But I want for us to discuss what these beauty standards almost always on the internet, that some women tend to lose their lives because they carried out an operation. Or women with very large butts, very tiny legs, look like a mistake. They look like something that is not properly done. I know that when women put to bed, they tend to gain weight. When you have multiple children, couple of children in life, you might not be able to lose all the weight. But even if you don't lose the weight, there are other alternatives rather than surgery. So I can say that this is an example of such unrealistic. Maybe people tend to look at it like you're not beautiful enough. When you do not have huge breasts as an African lady, most of the times they feel ashamed because of that. Whereas in a place like Asia, if you have weight, you don't meet up the standards at all. This even makes them to starve and starve and starve and starve. Well, now some of these beauty standards have now become problems to our health. Today, you would hardly see a woman who is maybe a movie actress or a musician, a star, who has not tempered with parts of their body just because they want to meet up with these unrealistic standards. I don't think it is a healthy practice. Some women begin to lose their beauty when they begin to bear children. But that beauty, I want to tell you, was not meant to be there. Young girls being deleted because of the beauty standards that they want to maintain, that is not even going to take them anywhere. Let me ask you, in those days, with the way your mothers look, was there a problem? Was there a problem? Is there anything to be shameful about the way people look? I understand that body shaming too is another cause for concern, because when people don't feel very confident about how they look, they begin to delve into some of these practices. And these practices do not come without effects, like really, really negative effects. Some of these practices do not come. There's one time I already post, and on that post, a man was crying out. He was like, he's crying out because it's been a while. He has not seen a natural woman, that he misses the natural woman. He misses the chubbiness of a natural woman. He misses the bulging body would have. That today, almost all the women are beginning to look alike. They're beginning to look like some kind of, would I say, some kind of robots. Yes, because they really have very broad backs. They have very slender waist and a square shaped butt with very tiny legs. So this is how women of today are now beginning to look. Thank you for joining my live. Please share the live when you join. Some of them they go as far as carrying silicone implants around their boob areas, and then as of today, almost all of them are involved. I mean, those who can afford. So many of them have not been able, to do these procedures just because they do not have the amount of money they need to carry out their procedures. Because as soon as they have the money to do the procedures, you find them having these procedures done. What I want to say here categorically is this procedure will not be permanent. The procedures cannot be permanent. If, for instance, today a woman does a tummy tuck, for instance, to reduce her tummy size, and she continues to live like before, as in eat the very way she used to eat before her procedure, I want to tell that woman that she will still have to do another tummy tuck in the nearest future. For all of those involved in procedures like that, especially if you have not given birth to children, have you asked yourself that when it comes to that time, what will you do? God, who created you, gave you elasticity in your body. And this elasticity is what keeps your body together. Hi, Sister Flo, you're welcome to my life. This elasticity keeps your body together. No, you're welcome to my life. Please share the live when you join. This elasticity keeps your body together. Now, carrying out a tummy tuck, for instance, it's like cutting off part. Let's reason it like out now, like lay people. When you have cut out some part of the tummy and then you stretch out the remaining part, if you become pregnant, would you be able to stretch the body? Would the body be able to, stretch so the child can stay inside your body? As if that is not even enough. So the girls, especially the influencers, the stars, the movie actresses, they go as far as removing their ribs so that they can have a really snatched waist. There is nothing wrong in wanting to look beautiful, but I think that lifestyle changes can give you that snatched body. Lifestyle changes can give you that beauty standard that you as an individual can be proud of. First of all, you're welcome to my life. First of all, if you begin by wanting public validation for how you look, I can say that that's the beginning of your problems in life. Because no matter how beautiful you look, it is only but for a moment. With time, that beauty is going to be fading out bit by bit. And if you now resort to surgeries and all the like to keep this beauty, I want to tell you that you may be doing so at your own risk. It is not something that you can reverse. In most cases, some of the procedures are not reversible. When you do them, that is it. Now, so many girls of today have not been able to do some of these procedures. Know that when eventually they get to have that amount of money that they need, they will just go ahead and do these procedures. Today, you find all the girls around with square-shaped butts. They look like some kind of robots, you know. Their backs are kind of broad. The sides are slim, they're slender. It really doesn't make sense, you know. And then some of them go as far as adding fillers around the eye regions, you know. Hi Elena, you're welcome to my life. They add eye fillers, you know. They just look different, like the normal natural woman should look. So, but all of these procedures, they come with a lot of effects. So I want for us to discuss some of these effects today. So that's the purpose of this video. All right. First of all, if you begin some of these procedures before having children, you might end up not being able to have children in the natural way. That one is a fact. The doctors are out to make their money. The cosmetic surgeons are out to make their money. So they are not going to deny you. And even if they deny you, they will not tell you what you're supposed to know. It is you have done. Don't make sense. So some of these effects now, infections. You would agree with me that when these procedures are being done on the body, they do deep incisions, very deep incisions, like they cut through the skin layers. They cut through the skin layer. Okay, they cut through the skin layers. When the skin is cut and it's exposed, there is a very high possibility that people can get infections. And when you get these infections, what happens? There is a problem. You develop another problem where you begin to spend unnecessarily on that. Had it been maybe your problem was just too much weight, maybe you hit the gym, you have maybe a general lifestyle change, as in what you eat, you look at what you eat, you look at what you drink, you know, you exercise, that one will be a solution. But you go in for a tummy tuck, you could end up with a very severe infection, and that infection now will rather cause you a problem that you need much money to solve. All this because of unrealistic standards. You want to look perfect. God did not create anybody to be perfect. Everyone have their imperfections, and they should be able to live with some of these imperfections. No matter how much you try, you cannot be perfect, because you were not created to be perfect. Or rather, you are perfect just the way you are. Now, it comes with a lot of scarring. If you look at many people today, many girls, those girls who have gone through some of these procedures, you will see that they have tattoos all over their bodies. It's not because they like tattoos. It's not because they wanted tattoos in the first place. When they do a procedure like liposuction, for instance, it means you have to have incisions at the level of the back, and these incisions will leave scars. And to cover up some of these scars, they tend now to use tattoos. They draw up tattoos on the bodies to cover the scars. All of this just because they want to look perfect. No matter how much you try, you cannot be perfect. And even if the doctor gives you a beautiful body from if the doctor gives you a beautiful body and you don't have a lifestyle change, you wouldn't be able to maintain it. You would still lose the value of that body that you created in the lab, on the doctor's table. Okay, some people go as far as having certain kind of anesthesias injected in them. Normally, anesthesia is not the kind of drug or injections that people take randomly, but because they want to do something that will not even be realistic, they need to be placed under anesthetics. Some people come around, yes, but they have complications. They may not even be able to walk again if the anesthesia was taken at the on the spine. The kind of anesthesia that is being put on the spine, that one is very delicate. But women are not afraid bear any risk just to have the kind of reward that they want. Now, you would agree with me that many people nowadays say that these women have body odor. I mean, the ones who have gone through procedures like BBL and so on and so forth. That's because tissues are still emptying out from the wounds that they have. So they cannot smell great. Honestly, I watched a video wherein some men were discussing some of the effects or some of the things they noticed on their girlfriends, wives who went on surgeries like this. Many of them will say that they don't have self-esteem, they don't look good enough after childbearing. Exactly, nothing good that comes to you without you making some form of sacrifice. Losing your beauty might be that sacrifice that you are making because you want to have children. Okay, like I said, we will be looking at some of the adverse effects. So let's continue. Also, there is a possibility for you to have nerve damages. It's a procedure. They need to cut in and cut through some of these things. On your body, I mean, when these things now, when they cut you through, you are not sure to have every vein or every nerve intact after the procedure. So you may end up having nerve damages in your body. And this one now is going to cause you an even bigger problem that you will be managing after your procedure. Implant complications. Women in their breast, maybe they can fall down, they can be in a fight, and before you know it, the implant is ruptured. And when this implant is ruptured, you need to go in for surgery immediately. So it is not only costly, it is time consuming, and it is risky for you. But just because of the unrealistic standards, everybody must look like SpongeBob. All the breast must be hanging at the level of the neck here. Breast must be here. Nyash must be flying like popcorn. It must be scattered like ginger before they know that they are beautiful. God did not create you to be perfect. So no matter the kind of procedure that you do, you would never be perfect. Or you are perfect the way you look. Okay, there are instances where you get people with blood clots, I mean severe blood clots, wherein they need to go back into surgery just because they have been shown up. But I just imagine the pain some of these women go through. I just imagine the pain some of these women go through just because they want to be active to men. And the amazing thing is, no matter how much they do these surgeries, some men even leave them even after the surgery. After all the sacrifices, the men still leave them. So it is really not realistic going in for certain kind of surgeries just because you want to meet up to, because basically in Africa, Most of them, they do BBL and then maybe breast augmentations. But the women overseas, even here, this cheekbone, they fine-tune it. They fine-tune this one as well. Here, this nose, they have implants all over. Sometimes these implants begin to react negatively in your body. And when the implants begin to react, what happens to you is you go back into surgery. This is not free and it's not cheap. It doesn't come cheap. Some people never ever get well. They never ever get better after surgery just because they want to live up or to maintain beauty standards that are unrealistic. Oh, okay, Eleanor, talk to you later, sweetheart. So let's continue with some of these effects of the procedures that women have just because they want to maintain unrealistic beauty standards. Now, skin reactions. We have seen on TikTok, some of them have swollen faces, some of them have red eyes, some of them have rashes on their bodies just because they wanted to try a particular procedure. And if they are now faced, you went in, you were fine, you went in for something small, but now you're facing an even bigger challenge. How one want to do na save them and so. And in some cases that cause you it can even lead to blindness. I've seen a case where a lady wanted to glue her lashes, and then some of the glue got into her eyes, and then she closed the eye, and guess what, the eye stuck together. She had to go for a procedure. Also, the chemical that is inside the container of the eye contact, I don't think that chemical can be doing you some favor. I think it does a lot of disservice to your body. As a matter of fact, it does a lot of disservice to your body. So just because you want to keep unrealistic standards, you go into these procedures without even knowing that they have adverse effects. You find yourself treating another condition just because you want to be beautiful, just because you want to look good, just because you want to be placed in society. Okay. Just as every other thing can be addictive, for instance, sugar, for instance, drugs can be addictive. So when they start, they don't do only one. When they start, they don't do only one. Today, you want to do a breast augmentation. Tomorrow, you want to do a liposuction. Next tomorrow, you want to do a butt enlargement. Next tomorrow, you want to do fillers at the level of your eyes, your jaws. You just continue to want to do one thing or the other just because of unrealistic beauty standards. These standards are not real. If they were real, God would have placed them already. And I don't know why some people will not agree or accept that the body grows old. And when the body is growing old, it is bound to change. It can no longer be the same. When you grow old, you begin to experience some changes. The best thing you can do for your body when your body begins to grow old is to change your lifestyle. Change those things that don't work positively for your body and start doing the things that work positively. No, they will not. They want to follow the unrealistic kind of beauty. Okay? Most of the dancing procedures will require for you to do a revision of it. When you do it after some time, you need to go and do it again so that you can keep enjoying. Welcome to my life. you can keep enjoying the benefits. You cannot do it only once. For instance, if you do BBL and you continue to live the way you used to live, the body will continue to grow bigger and bigger and bigger, and at some point maybe you need to go back to surgery to reduce the size if it is too big. It is the same thing for breast implants. When you have these implants and they are not good enough, after some time you need to go and change. So struggling and wanting to be on these unrealistic beauty standards will only hurt you some more. Okay, why I did this video of today, there is this actress, I don't want to mention her name, I don't want to have any problems, I don't want to call her name. Okay, she did a procedure. Now she is facing serious health condition online. She regretted not appreciating the original body that she used to have. She now regrets going into surgery in the first place. She now regrets the consequences that are happening to her, like right now, and then she needs money to go again into surgery. She cannot walk because she's not well. Her family did not approve when she began doing some of these surgeries. So now who is going to fund this procedure for her? She now cries. So many women outside are facing this challenge. You do this not because you want to do it. Maybe you do it because you want to be accepted by a man. You want to be looked upon and, feel you are too beautiful or something. It is good to look good. It is good to have confidence, rampant today in the society. It is not helping out. You cannot be perfect. You will never be perfect. Even if you try to be perfect, it is not possible. So ladies, begin to look out for yourself. You were created to be natural. If you can continue, keep being natural, that is advantageous for you. Imagine that in those days, people used to have operations or surgeries just for childbearing, if it's not an illness. But today, people have surgeries just to look beautiful. They have surgeries just to be accepted. They have surgeries just to meet up to a particular standard. The question is, who even created these standards? Let me understand. Who even created these standards? Who said that your butt must be looking like that of SpongeBob before you are beautiful? Or who said that your boobs must be hanging at the level of your neck before you're beautiful? No. Most of the women, the stars who do surgery, they still do not end up getting married. What is that telling you? What is that telling you? Look at the wives of the stars. The actors, the male actors, they don't get married to all these women with artificial bodies. They go for the girls with natural bodies. You have not yet had children, and then you begin to cut parts of your body just because you want to look more beautiful, just because you want to be accepted. In your mind, you create a standard that you must rise up to that standard. You find a young girl of, say, 25 years old today, and she has dealt with her body. She has done all the surgeries that you can ever imagine. The question is, when she reaches when time comes for her to make children, will she be able with that body to carry children in that body? The body that you have already reduced the size of the stomach like 2 times, will you be able to carry children in a place like that? You are always so careful. You cannot sit anyhow. You cannot rub butt anyhow just because you are afraid that it may break. The thing can burst. So it is dangerous to our health. There are many people who have already gone, who passed just because of these surgeries. I think that we can begin to learn. They are all natural ways to better the way we look. We just need to find some of these ways, and in time. First of all, Africans generally, I think we eat too much. We eat much because all these things begin with weight gain. When you begin to gain weight and then you cannot control it, after some time, the body begins to be flabby, chubby, and you begin to lose your beauty. I feel that we can just like try to understand our genes, just try to understand our bodies, how it is made. Let us understand how we can preserve the bodies that we have. Remember that you only have one body and you would use it for your entire life. So to be able to take care of that body is a plus for you, rather than allow for the body to get bad, let me put it that way, and then you start trying now to fix it. You can begin by reducing the food you take in. First of all, we eat a lot of rubbish, a lot of junk. We have the kind of food we're supposed to eat. And most people, especially the women, when they become a little bit comfortable, they don't exercise, and they have everything being provided for them by their husbands. They don't practice even the most basic beauty tips. They don't practice it. So now I begin to wonder now how they want to maintain the body they have when they don't do anything positively to maintain those bodies. They now reach a place in life where the only other alternative is surgery. Surgeries are good, but they are not healthy. Surgeries are good, but they all have adverse effects. For those joining now, endeavor to watch the video from the beginning, because I discussed some of the adverse effects of surgeries we now have today. Let me be honest to you. Our brothers, our uncles, and fathers are tired of all these artificial body parts that we have created as women on our bodies. I don't think they enjoy it. I don't think. Look very closely. Most women with all of these surgeries, but when it comes to marriage, it's a little bit difficult for them. It's a little bit different. It's not like before. Look at the ladies who get married today, getting married. All these things have adverse effects. You see them start very young, 25. I want to have my breast done. 28. I want to go and do my nyash. All this just to meet up to unrealistic standards. We live very unhealthy lives. Because of that, we gain a lot of weight. So it might just be a simple change, a very, very simple change in lifestyle, in eating habits, and in exercise. It will give you that body that you so desire. So I want to round up this video because I don't intend for it to be long. But before I go, I want to leave you with this. The beauty standards of today are not acceptable because they don't do anything positive to you. They don't help you. Hi, Beauty with Lynn. Complexity brings all what you said. Sorry, I came late. You're welcome, but try to watch the video after I end the live, because I was about to end. But try to watch it and then you would understand. I was talking about the adverse effects of some of these beauty standards. They are unrealistic. They really are unrealistic. How do you explain the fact that the butts of women today now look like SpongeBob? They're like square, or like popcorn. You know, when popcorn pops now, it scatters. It's everywhere. How do you explain that? People buy normal jean trousers, they wear the jean trousers, but at the level of their waist, the waist of the trouser is big and then the hips are just too tight. How do you explain that? Some men are complaining that the women now have body odor. This is true, because imagine a wound at the back, at your back. You will not be able to take good care of that wound very well. You will not be able to take good care of that wound, and you know that stuff, so you're bound to smell after those procedures, unless you get better, you get well. And some of them, they come with infections. You have sicknesses. A lot of things happen to your body when these things occur. Today you can hardly find a natural woman, as in a woman who has not touched one part. If you see them, maybe they don't have the money to do it. They are just looking for the money that they need, and then they'll go and do it. They'll go and do it. Some women are saying that due to childbearing, they begin to lose understood. If you are finished giving birth to children, say you have like 5 children, and then the tummy is so big, there's a lot of fat and all of that, that one is understandable. You can now go for a tummy tuck, right? And you are good. How do you explain now a 22-year-old girl who is chubby and now decides to go for a tummy tuck? Because when you're chubby, the stomach is usually always bigger than all the other parts of the body. You now go for a tummy tuck. At 22, you don't have children, most likely. At 22, you are not even ready to have children. Now, the body is elastic, it stretches. You have already gone now and cut off some part, and then you stretch the remaining part of the stomach. When it now comes, when you are now ready to have children, what will you now do? In a situation like that, what will you now do? You find girls with very tiny legs, and then look at the butt of that person. See leg, see butt. Can you imagine that? That is how they all look nowadays. So funny. I don't get it. Some of them, their breasts need to be here like this, like this. We used to have things like push-up bras. We used to have these cyclists that had extra parts at the side and at the back, so that if you wear the cyclist now, you know, it just gives you that figure, that round figure that you're looking for. But now it's no longer sufficient for them. They extract fat from one part of the body and then bring it to another part of the body. Now, if the fat does not what will I say? If they don't assimilate together, what will now happen? You now hear that that procedure is leaking out water. Why will it not leak out water? You have carried something that was supposed to be down and brought it up, or you have carried something that was supposed to be up and brought it down. Improper fraction, yes. They have let me in the beginning I explained how that shape was looking. Lip area like that is snatched. Then their waist is also snatched. Then the butt now pops up. Now you know popcorn, when popcorn wants to pop, it just scatters like that, like ginger, it just spread. That's how their butt on top like that. it flies, let me put it that way. And then now their hips here now is just wide like that, just broaden. The on top of their lap also now it bulges in front, it bulges in front. Yes, I was saying that was with some guys. That's how they were like, what kind of shape is this? What is this? You look at games, yes, they now look like drawings. They don't look like human beings. And then this particular shape that I just described to you like that, you can now see many girls like that. That uniqueness of a woman is no longer there. You hardly find women now that are looking unique, as in this one, she's chubby, yes, she has a slender face. This one is chubby. Some of them now they'll go and Barbie, which Barbie? Can they not see all those Barbie that doctors are creating and all of that? Good. We went now to eyelashes. We have normal lashes, so now eyelashes also came. That one is still okay. Natural nails, I have a now you need to, just as you are taking your car for maintenance, that's how you are going to be maintaining the breast. And these things don't come easy. They don't discuss the after effect with you. They don't. At first, before you hear that a woman goes for surgery, which is not sickness, you know that no, it's CS. She's going to surgery to have a baby. But now they go for all kinds of surgeries. They are not afraid. All because of what? To meet up to unrealistic standards that nobody will appreciate. Nobody. Let me be honest with you, nobody. Yes, most of them, they carry their money and they buy their sign out. They use their money to sign out their lives. Yes. And now they leave their family in pain. They leave their families in pain, serious pain. Imagine a mother losing a 30-year-old child. Just imagine the pain they will leave their parents with. Some of them even have children. They start making their children orphans at very young ages. Last month, I even followed one news in Francophone Africa. There's this pastor. Man, no call the pastor anymore. No one trouble back. But he's a pastor, I think, in Congo, who lost his wife. Yes, he lost his wife. And some of the French bloggers were saying that it was due to surgery, beauty surgery. And this woman is not looking bad at all. Very, very beautiful woman, good shape. She has 4 children. She doesn't even have a big tummy. She doesn't. But she now went for which kind of surgery. When she passed, they started saying that, but the bloggers were saying that it was beauty surgery that she went for. Some people are saying that she was sick. That's why I'm saying that I am not sure of the information. So I cannot be passing information that I am not sure. But what I saw, some Francophone bloggers were saying that she passed because she wanted to go and do a surgery, a beauty surgery that went wrong. Yes, that's what happened. I know the man. Well, bloggers like to talk. Yes, they always say that, but you know that there is no smoke very well. For instance, I did not want to bring up that part. Is sure come and discuss on the platform. I don't want to carry something that is not true. I don't like lies. But from what the bloggers were saying, some of them were saying that it's not like the woman was sick, that she was fine. Her last child is 2 years old. She's doing fine. She now went for a beauty surgery that went bad, and then she now had a heart failure, something like that, and then eventually she lost her life. But apart from her, there are many other women that we see on social media that they went to do breast augmentation and then it ended somehow. Some went to do nyash and then nyash them. So we see them every day. Well, generally, for the younger generation, the badges, I cannot tell you not to do what you want to do. You are all adults. But know that all of these things come with adverse, yes, very, very fatal. The moment you begin to tear up your body, it's no longer the same. It's no longer the same. The strength that you used to have before, when they begin to tear parts of your body and put stuff inside and remove stuff inside, know that you are no longer whole. Wait, Auntie Ramota do. I heard she was also in surgery. Auntie Ramota is married. She's a dwarf on top of that. And if you go to TikTok, you would see many videos of people laughing at her. Honestly, she has a very, very good heart. Let me say so. Say go do BBL. Go do it today. If your English 1 meter, English 30 centi, before you want go do BBL, make the BBL run up down. Okay, like I was saying, many people insult this Auntie Ramota. They drag her like seriously. They always make fun of her, which is really bad. They shame her. They body shame her big time, and she cannot even speak very well, so she hardly talk. So when they do that, you find her wanting to fight, and then she wants to, and she cannot even beat anybody because it's a petite kind of woman, a very small woman. Jesus. So I do the, oh my God, someone is saying here that Auntie Ramota did a BBL. My goodness, that doctor is not good, from some form of dwarfism. I don't know that her condition, but she's just smallish like a 10-year-old girl, and then you still go and do BBL for her. So that what will not happen now? Some boys are even saying that all those girls with nyash, that thing, the nyash can smell. So please, please, nobody created these standards for you. You mustn't look like that to be beautiful. So stop hanging with these standards. Stop looking at these standards. They are not meant for you. They are not healthy for you. They are not good for you. So please, their natural bodies are just okay. If you begin to gain weight, look for means to lose weight. You don't need to go and start cutting parts of your body to look better. Even if you cut those parts of your body, the results are not permanent. You will still lose the beauty that you created in the hospital. You still lose it. So what is the essence? I cannot tell you what to do. In the beginning of this video, I just discussed some of the adverse effects that many of you out there don't know. So if you are joining in late, rewatch the video so that you hear those adverse effects, and then you decide whether that is what you want to go and do. And for brothers out there, when your wives begin to have children, you do not expect them to look the same way you met them. Just to be on the same level. When your wives begin to have children, just look at their mother. They are going to be like your mother. They will no longer be those young girls with standing boobs that you met. When children begin to feed on their mom's boobs, it cannot remain the same. So because I know that the women are seeking validation from their men, some of them are not proud of how they look, and I begin to wonder why will you subject yourself to a position where I can say you will not be able to maintain? Why would you do things that you'll not be able to maintain? Every day you begin to spend money for maintenance, for revision, and all of that. So brothers out there, do well not to body shame your women, not to body shame your wives. Encourage them to keep the natural beauty that they have. We have exercises we can do to improve that. We can begin to look much better. If you eat right, you drink plenty of water, you exercise, I think that you're going to look just okay. You're going to look just fine. All these beauty standards that are unrealistic don't make sense. They are not helping you in any way. They will never help you. They will not do anything for you. You don't have to go under the knife to be accepted by society. Once you start doing that, you will have to continue doing it to be able to stay relevant. Have a complete lifestyle change, and then you see the magic. Excuse me. You don't have to leave your body. Start maintaining your body early so that you'll be able you live this life. So take good care of it. Be mindful of the things you put inside your body, as in the things you eat, the things you drink. As some of una like awoof so, some of you, so that you can have a beautiful body, you can have a healthy body. The body was not created to be sedentary, like stay one place. No, you're supposed to move your body. So always try as much as possible to exercise, to move your body. Now, if this is your first time on Contemporary Views, please subscribe, like, you can share the videos, and if you have comments, just drop them on my comment section. Polite comments, please. We don't insult here, we don't say derogatory things. Here we learn from everything that has already happened. We just speak out some lessons to learn. So on that note, I am very, very grateful for all of you who watch the program live, and for those of you coming back to watch, thank you, and see you on my next live.